So say we have like 4 times 4, 16. Basically, what am I trying to say? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can see from the title, today's video is gonna be basically me speaking on why I chose Dartmouth as my college of choice for 4 years. I thought it would be a good time to make this video because it's around the time when students are like still choosing the colleges of their choice, or like you normally have to commit to a college like May 1st. So I thought this would be like somewhat decent timing. So I chose Dartmouth for several reasons. And if you're deciding to choose a college, whether it's Dartmouth or not, these are some factors that you can also take into consideration. Or if like you're comparing the last 2 schools on your list or a few schools, these are things that you could keep in mind as you're choosing. So for Dartmouth, I guess one of the biggest factors is that they're 100% need-based, which was like very enticing to me. So what that means is that in your financial aid package, the difference between the school's total cost and your family's expected contribution is covered by Dartmouth and through scholarships and grants and all that. The size of the school was also something that I took into deep consideration. Dartmouth being like a really small college was something that I liked. I think you could say like each cohort is about 1,000 students, so at any time there's about 4,000 students on campus. And honestly, once you're there, it doesn't feel, well, for me personally, it didn't feel overwhelming at all when I visited. Dartmouth is also a liberal arts college, and what that basically means is that they're not really, the curriculum that you follow will not strictly be your interest in major or like interests, like your academic interests solely. So we have like requirements, or what we call distributives, that you also have to complete or fulfill. You're basically getting a mixture of everything besides what you're interested in. I'm interested in econ, so I'm taking econ classes, but I also have distributives, which means I have to take art classes, I have to take history classes, we have sciences, like PE classes, which is like, I didn't think I would be taking PE in college, but I really wanted a liberal arts education because the well-roundedness that I think it brings to your experience. These are like opportunities where you can find different avenues to get extra skills that you might not get in your econ class if you're an econ major. And you know, it's just another way to explore. You might find out you want to be like a sociology major by taking a sociology class to fulfill a requirement, and then you change your major. So I mentioned briefly in I think it was my last video, the D plan, which was something that attracted me to Dartmouth. D plan is the academic system that Dartmouth has, and we run on 10-week terms instead of semesters like most colleges do. The D plan basically gives you this flexibility to create your own academic plan, and it has its pros. I mean, there are like some things that that I've realized since being in Dartmouth. So like, or winter breaks and spring breaks aren't aligned with like every other college because we're on like terms instead of semesters. But like, there are also pros to it. Right now I'm planning to take my junior winter off, which is like a while from now. But what that means is that I can do whatever I want with that time. A lot of students are in school at this time, so I think it's a great opportunity to get an internship. That way it's less competitive, you're competing against less students. The culture of the campus was really different too. So I was able to visit Dartmouth during their overnight program, which was called Dimensions. Sadly canceled this year because of Corona, but it was basically an overnight program where admitted students were able to visit the campus, get a feel of what it was like to be there. You would be hosted by a current student, They had like schedules for us. We were able to sit in on classes. We got tours, Q&A sessions, like forums to join. It was like really nice, like a nice way to like be introduced to the college. And from that experience alone, I was able to get like a glimpse of the culture of the campus. As I've learned, like as I've been at Dartmouth, there are also a lot of like traditions that we have that are unique, to say the least. And I've like really learned to accept them. Like naturally home is home, but I feel like Dartmouth became my second home, and you can feel that in a college, then I think it's like great for you. The last thing I say is definitely do your research, and this is especially if you can't visit the campus. You want to see what type of resources are available for you as a student, and programs that you might be interested in, things you might want to explore that the college has to offer. The support I had going into Dartmouth was something that I needed, and knowing that I had that before I even chose to commit was another reason I committed. Like they basically have these resources for you, and if there's something that you need that you feel like Dartmouth doesn't have, there are ways you can get those resources basically. So to give a full recap of what I spoke about, I think scholarships and financial aid is one of the deciding factors that a lot of us may have to take into consideration. The resources that are available at the school and ways that you can see yourself benefiting the most from these. The type of experience you want to have in your college. For me, I said I wanted a really liberal arts focused education. The flexibility that the college offers you and the options available. You could think about ways you can get internships, study abroad experiences, exchange programs. The size of the school, if you're comfortable with being in a really big institution, or if you feel like you need a small environment or community to basically thrive, do what's best for you. And also the culture of the campus. If you're able to visit If you're able to visit the campus or speak to students, watch YouTube videos like these, that will help you to get like if you're able to like find these resources that are able to help you to get a sense of the college, then I definitely say you should. If you're able to visit as I said. Yeah, I hope this video was helpful. Good luck with choosing your colleges if you haven't yet, and congratulations to everyone who got into the colleges of their choice. Congratulations to everyone that got into Dartmouth. If you want to reach out to me, feel free to reach out. My socials are below, or leave a comment and I'll definitely reply back to you. You guys can also leave suggestions on videos that you want to see. Yeah, thank you guys for watching.